What if two of the greatest manga of all time were secretly telling the exact same story? Today, we're diving into a seriously mind-bending theory that connects the worlds of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and One Piece. It's a theory that, honestly, could rewrite the very laws of both universes as we know them.
And it all boils down to this one single question. What if these massive, sprawling sagas aren't separate at all? What if they're actually two sides of the same cosmic coin, showing us the same world-changing event, just from radically different points of view?
And look, at first glance, you'd think there's no way, right? In JoJo, you've got stands, these physical manifestations of a person's life force, almost like a psychic bodyguard that's totally unique to them. Then in One Piece, you've got devil fruits, which give you one specific crazy power, but you can never swim again. And then there's Haki, this spiritual energy that pretty much everyone has. I mean, how could these possibly be connected?
So how do you even begin to connect these two totally opposite power systems? Well, according to this theory, the answer isn't in their worlds, but in ours. It all starts with a single, ancient, and very, very real cataclysm.
That's right. The story kicks off 66 million years ago with the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs. But here's the twist. That asteroid, it wasn't just a big rock. Nope, it was a delivery system. It brought something totally alien to our planet.
And this is where it all starts to click. That asteroid delivered what the theory calls the primal evolutionary virus. You gotta think of it like a cosmic seed, right? An intelligent virus that over millions and millions of years wove itself into the very DNA of life on Earth, embedding this hidden potential for incredible power inside every living thing. But here's the thing. This virus didn't just create one single power. It created a whole spectrum of abilities. It basically mapped out a clear evolutionary path as life slowly learned how to tap into this brand new cosmic energy source. And you can actually see how this power evolved over time. The purest form is Hamon, from the early parts of JoJo. You know, through super disciplined breathing, users could channel the sun's energy. They could walk on water, heal themselves, destroy vampires. Well, over the eons, that pure potential got diluted, and it became Haki, the spiritual residue of that virus that now exists in everyone in the One Piece world. So, what's the deal with Conqueror's Haki? The kind that only one person in a million has. Here's the key. It's not just another power. It's more like a cosmic litmus test. It's the primal virus basically giving you a seal of approval. It's physical proof that your soul is strong enough to handle the next big step in forced evolution.
Okay, so if all this power comes from one single virus, and Conqueror's Haki is the gatekeeper, how in the world did we end up with two totally different systems like stands and devil fruits? Well, the answer is the difference between natural evolution and, well, artificial intervention.
And this table just breaks it down perfectly. Stands? That's the internal path. It's a power that blossoms from within you, a direct reflection of your own soul that awakens naturally if you're worthy. But devil fruits, that's the external path. It's a power that's been taken, packaged, and basically turned into a product, something you can just find and eat. So the idea here is that the super advanced ancient kingdom from One Piece's backstory, they've figured out how to forcibly extract this psychic energy, this stand essence from a powerful user, and literally trap it inside a fruit. They didn't discover it. They reverse-engineered a natural phenomenon and turned it into a technology. Okay, this is where the theory goes from kinda cool to wait, this actually makes sense. Because if it's true, it shouldn't just sound cool. It should be able to solve some of the biggest, longest-running mysteries in the entire One Piece universe. So let's put it to the test.
First up, the big one. The oldest question in the whole series. Why do devil fruit users lose all their strength and sink like a rock the second they touch the ocean?
And the answer this theory gives is, honestly, it's pretty brilliant. Think of the sea as the planet's immune system. As the origin point for all natural life, it recognizes things like Haki and stands as organic, as part of the world. But it sees devil fruits as an invasive species, an artificial violation of the natural order. So the seawater basically acts like a cosmic antivirus, neutralizing that manufactured stand essence and just shutting the user down.
All right, next mystery. What about the absolute top-tier powers in both series? In JoJo, you have the universe-bending Requiem stands. In One Piece, you have those mythical god fruits, like Luffy's sun god Nika fruit.
They're the same thing, just achieved in different ways. A Requiem stand is a direct upgrade from the source. It's like the primal virus itself hacks the system and rewrites reality for a user. And a God fruit? Well, that's just the ancient kingdom figuring out how to bottle that lightning, how to capture that godlike power from some incredible individual and trap it in a fruit for someone else to find.
And now for the one that seems to break all the rules, the big one. How did the pirate Blackbeard manage to eat 2 devil fruits and wield 2 powers? Something that's supposed to literally tear you apart if you even try.
See, he didn't actually break the rules, he just found a major loophole. When a devil fruit user dies, their stand essence is set free to find a new fruit to inhabit. What Blackbeard's darkness fruit lets him do is create a kind of spiritual black hole. He sucked in the freed power from Whitebeard's fruit before it could escape. He basically hotwired the entire system.
So when you put all these pieces together, what are we looking at? Not 2 different fantasy worlds, but one single unified saga about humanity's response to a cosmic event, just told on 2 completely different scales.
And all of a sudden, the core themes of both series, Destiny in JoJo and Inherited Will in One Piece, they're not in conflict anymore. Think of it like this. Destiny is the river. It's the grand evolutionary plan of that primal virus. Inherited will is how people decide to navigate that river, passing down their dreams, fighting against the current, or even trying to change its course completely.
And that right there is the ultimate takeaway. JoJo is the microcosm. It's the intimate, personal story of how individuals and families deal with this insane psychic power. And One Piece? That's the macrocosm, the epic, globe-trotting story of the catastrophic fallout from a civilization that tried to control that same exact power with technology, and failed, spectacularly.
It's a theory that just reframes everything you thought you knew, turning 2 totally separate adventures into one giant, cohesive myth. And it leaves us with one last, thrilling question. If these worlds really are one, what other hidden connections and cosmic laws are just sitting there waiting for us to discover?